So I did something pretty crazy. For the past 4 months, I have been planning a move to Europe in secret. In January, I visited Germany to visit Ellie, who you guys might already know from the channel, to see if Germany is a country that I could potentially see myself living in, which is kind of crazy because I'd never been there before. And I've known that I've wanted to move to Europe for years, but I haven't really known how or what country. And then this kind of wild, incredible opportunity came up in Germany, and after mulling it over for over a month, writing pro-con lists, doing so much more research, I felt like I would be stupid not to take it. And so suddenly I was in a rush job to do even more research, to fix up and sell my van, and to pack my things so that I could move overseas just this month.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently.
I haven't even talked about you, but you're gonna be in the video. So here's where I explain that I've also kept it on the down low that Ellie has actually been with me for the past month, helping me to show potential buyers the van and helping me to prepare for the move. And I've showed her a little bit of California in return.
Changes, and now I see, baby, you are hurting me. Stuck in repeat.
After checking around for basically every shipping company in the entire Bay Area, I finally found one that I'm going with that is way cheaper than the rest. It's called Sherper. It was like $1,800 compared to like $3,500. I don't think that this is the saran wrap people usually use for furniture, but this is what we have. I'm dizzy. That is one protected wall hanging. Bringing the table from my van is one of the things I'm actually most excited about bringing. It's definitely top priority, and I'm waiting for a TV box to be delivered today to put this inside. Basically, I'm going to be using it as a wall hanging once I get to my future destination. Sherper works with FedEx, and so it also seems like it's going to be pretty expedited shipping, whereas some of the other companies were going to be taken over via cargo, and it could have taken months to get my stuff. Now, we don't know what's actually going to happen, and I'll find out how long it takes once I get there, but I'm feeling optimistic. Getting off the road and deciding to move to Europe has been one of the most challenging decisions I've ever made in my entire life. It's involved months and months of planning and preparing on top of trying to learn a different language from scratch and trying to make a super uncomfortable move comfortable for Eliza. It's been a really exciting change, and it's also been really stressful and overwhelming, and I've been so busy that it's been really hard for me to process everything. And sometimes when I'm going through so much, it can be really hard for me to reach out and talk to family members. Instead, I dissociate into my phone, and that is why I'm really grateful to announce that this week's sponsor is BetterHelp, and I'd like to take a minute to talk about them and send them a huge thank you. For those of you who don't know, BetterHelp is an online service that connects you with a professionally licensed therapist who is trained to listen and provide you helpful, unbiased advice. And it's a super easy service to join as well. In fact, BetterHelp is actually the easiest way to connect you with a therapist without ever having to leave the comfort of your own home. First, you go to their website. You can actually use my link down in the description box below. That's betterhelp.com/MaddieTaylor. Then you answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will match you with a therapist who has years of experience in helping people with struggles just like yours. You'll be able to do all of this with your phone or computer, and you'll be able to connect to your therapist in whichever way feels the most comfortable for you: phone call, video chat, or messaging. In most cases, BetterHelp will match you with a therapist in just 48 hours of joining. And if you ever need to change a therapist for whatever reason, you'll be able to do that free of charge. I've had a lot of therapy experiences over the year, and BetterHelp is the way that I was finally able to find a therapist that really suits my needs. So I highly recommend that you guys let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist that can match yours. Visit betterhelp.com/Maddie Taylor or use the name Maddie Taylor at sign-in to enjoy a special discount for your first month of therapy. Thank you so much to BetterHelp. And with that, let's get on to the rest of this move. Okay, so this is the very last box, and FedEx is expected to arrive today. And I'm just really hoping that there's no problems, any more problems anyway, because this has been much harder than I thought it was going to be. But it has been less expensive than I thought it was going to be, so I can't complain too much. The boxes are officially going, so let's just hope that we see them on the other side.
We did it.
I've had so many of you comment asking whether or not Eliza is coming with me on the next adventure. I have done so much research, but really, it was never an option to not be with Eliza for me. No matter what, I was always staying with her. There were so many hoops that I had to jump through in order for Eliza to be able to come. So in this little packet, I have her tags for her kennel that we need to add on. I wasn't entirely sure how to fill them out. I think they might do it at the airport. I also have her health certificate. I had to take Eliza to a vet. I had to make sure she was rabies vaccinated, and she had to get re-microchipped because there's a special microchip that the European Union takes that America doesn't, and vice versa. So she had another microchip added. She had a new rabies vaccine, and then we actually had to send it to the USDA because the U.S. Department of Agriculture has to sign her health certificate to make sure that she is eligible for traveling. I want you guys to know that I did not make this decision lightly. Of course, I really want Eliza with me, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my entire life. I'm really nervous about it. I love her more than anything. I know people have really strong opinions about this. Some people say that you should never fly with your dog, but I will say that I have done all the research, and so many dogs fly yearly, internationally, all the time, and are perfectly safe. The cargo hold that Eliza's going to be in is temperature controlled and pressure controlled. It's the exact same as where we're going to be, but just one level lower. And I have done everything in my power to make sure that Eliza is as comfortable as she can be, and as soon as she's off the flight, we're going to get her outside and on a nice walk. We're gonna do everything we can for her, and ideally this is a one-time thing. I don't plan on coming back to the United States anytime soon, and if I do, I won't be bringing Eliza. I'll be leaving her in Germany. So that's what's happening. Just know that I love my dog more than anything. I do have one piece of really good news. Eliza absolutely loves her kennel, which I did not expect at all. When we first started, I was definitely having to coax her in there. I would give her a bunch of chew toys, but she did, I will say, like it more than I think most dogs would right from the start, which I was really grateful about. And now she is constantly in there of her own volition. She's in there right now, just hanging out. So that is a huge comfort. We also got her 2 different kinds of anxiety medications. You're not allowed to sedate your dog on a plane, but you can find some anxiety medications that are non-sedative. So I got her one that is part pheromones. It's supposed to be really comforting for them. It's the same pheromones that mother dogs release to their babies. So we've been doing that a lot, and I do think that's part of why she loves it so much. And then the other one is just taken orally, so I'll be giving that to her on the day, and I'm really hoping that'll be enough. I'm also gonna put a little sweater of mine in there to hopefully make her remember that mommy has her back. We're currently trying to figure out if we're going to take the train to our destination or if we're going to rent a car to our destination, and Eliza is pretty much the deciding factor for us.
We are looking for a rental car from the Frankfurt airport in Germany to where we want to go. It has to fit Eliza and our luggage.
We also had the option of taking the train, which was much cheaper.
The train is more chill for us because we don't have to concentrate on driving for another 6 hours or 3 hours, depending if we want to both drive.
But that was going to be 3 different trains over the span of 6 hours, which would have made it a lot longer of a trip. And I already feel like Eliza's going to be so stressed out after we get off the plane that I really don't want to put her through too much more anxiety, which is going to happen kind of no matter what, which really sucks. But I think that this is definitely the best route for us to go. And hopefully at the place that we're going, she'll have enough time to kind of decompress and chill before we make it to the final destination. Obviously, this whole situation is not ideal. I wish that I didn't have to do it, but Eliza's my girl and she has to come. After 3 years, 2 build projects, this is goodbye. Thank you for everything you've given. Treat the next owner well. I listed my van for sale a little over a month and a half before my plane ticket to Europe, which was cutting it close, I found out later. I had so many people ask questions about the van. I showed it to a few people, but all of them were dead ends until I found the girl who actually did choose to buy my van, but had a plane ticket for 2 days after I was supposed to leave for Europe. I am so lucky. I have the best stepdad ever. My stepdad, Scott, actually stepped in and did the transaction for me. I was a little sad because I really wished I could have met this girl in person. She is a climber, she's an outdoor enthusiast, she seems so cool and mellow and like a good person. And so I wish I could have sent her on her way with love, but I did get to talk to her on the phone, and I wrote her a little card and left her some things in the van. And I'm just so happy that the transaction went smoothly and that I didn't leave for Europe without my van being sold, because that would have been not a good situation. But with the van sold, we were on our way. It's just starting to rain and we're about to hit the road, and I feel like all of this is happening so quickly today that I don't even really know how I feel yet. We are currently at the gate, having had dropped off Eliza. It was a little bit less stressful than I thought it was going to be. The people who helped us at the front gate were so nice and really put us at ease. One guy kept repeating that he was going to be hanging out with her the entire time she was waiting, and that was just such a huge comfort. It was the most stressful at the end when they had to pick up her kennel and put it on the trolley. And frankly, the trolley is not designed for a dog at all. It's designed for suitcases, so it's not really big enough. And we ended up putting the kennel on the ground and putting Eliza in it, and then he had to lift her up onto the trolley, and she was definitely panicking for a moment. It'll be a lot better when she's just stationary and isn't moving, because that's when she freaks out, not so much when she just has to lay down in it and everything is quiet. So hopefully that'll be most of her trip, but I'm just so happy that it was less stressful than I thought it was going to be. That is our flight right behind me, and we actually did get a confirmation that Eliza is supposedly already on board, so hopefully she's just in a quiet little room chilling.
Everything is going to work out just fine. And we're really excited what's about to come next. For what's to come about next. Now I'm gonna play my game.
All I can think about is Eliza underneath us. Hopefully she's right underneath us and can feel our positive energy.
Yeah, I think she's sleeping.
We're already moving. I hope, oh man, we're already moving. The total flight time is 10 hours and 15 minutes. We looked up a bunch of YouTube videos, and it looks like they keep the room for her nice and dark and cozy, so I'm really hoping that she sleeps, and I think just this first portion where the plane is moving is gonna be the only really freaky part.
Yeah, I hope so too, but I think it's gonna be fine. She's going to be fine. Send good energies, guys.
Send good energies. We have about an hour left until we land. I have had all sorts of paranoid thoughts about Eliza for this entire time. I just really hope that she was able to rest for at least part of it. And I hope that customs goes quickly at the end so I can retrieve her really quickly. But it's definitely nerve-wracking. As you can probably tell, we landed and we're booking it. I'm so anxious to see her. Got through customs in like less than 2 minutes, which is funny because when I went back to America last time, I was in line for like an hour, and I'm an American citizen, so the fact that it was that easy is such a relief. And now we're back to sprinting. Well, walking as fast as we can, so we don't look like total fools. Baby. Hi. All I did was think about you. And we're gonna get you out. Okay, wait. Good girl. Wait, baby.
Eliza, you did it.
You did so good. You did so good. You never give me. Hi. Hi. She's safe. She looks crazy, but she's safe. So we're on the way to our rental car. He even gave us a little upgrade for free because he just thought we are kind of nice people. So we're finally getting out of this airport. Move your head. Oh my God. He's getting the good stuff now that we landed. Do you want to go for a walk? Yeah. Ellie found a dog park about 15 minutes from here, so that is our first order of business, to just go and let Eliza relax and decompress for a little while. She's already so much more relaxed in the car though, which is such a relief. She's actually curled up at my feet right now, and I'm just so happy that she is safe. It's such a relief. I feel like I have the same crazy eyes that she has. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. Go get it. When we got here, it was raining and cloudy, but there's a little bit of sunshine. It feels like the best gift in the world. And Eliza's shaking it off, as are we. I think we're gonna go get some burgers, and then we have more driving today. Well, Ellie's gonna do the driving today.
And coffee.
Coffee.
Can I add pickles for you? Thank you. Bye. From 1 to 5.
We've made it for the spot for tonight, and I've had a shower, so I feel like half a human. Eliza is already fast asleep. And we have, I think, a 5 or 6 hour drive tomorrow to get to our final destination. It is the next day. We are in our own car, which we purchased for $2,000, so a little bit different than the last rig I was driving. And we are driving 3 more hours to our final destination while Ellie's driving. Eliza is actually fast asleep today. I think she is still so pooped from yesterday that this drive is really good for her. She's just getting time to rest, and I could not be more relieved. Do you want to be done with this?
Yeah, Eliza.
Please, let me out. So now is the part where I tell you guys that the craziest thing that I did is not move to Europe with my dog. The craziest thing that I did was that I bought a house. We are currently 30 minutes away from entering our house for the first time. The sun is setting at this very moment, and it feels surreal. It feels almost not even real.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Yeah. Just kidding. I feel like it's really surreal.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're about to turn on our street.
I know. I feel like my heart is nervous.
I kind of have butterflies.
Same.
Yeah. Oh my god, there it is. I'm gonna cry. Wait, oh my god, what? Obviously, there is a lot more to explain. There is a lot to this story, but essentially, I am here in the house right now in the German countryside in an 80-year-old house that needs a lot of work. And I will tell you guys all about all of it in the next video, where I'll give you guys a full tour. And I can't even believe that I'm here saying all of this. I am so excited, but I also feel like I haven't even had time to process all of it myself. I got here less than a week ago. It's gonna be crazy. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in that next video. I'm so excited to see your guys' reaction to all this. Anyway, auf Wiedersehen. Hello, governor. Where's the batteries? I need a new one.
Go away. Talk to a manager. It's unpublished material.
the other person.
Nope. Nope. Not right now. Nope. So.
Right. I'm going to.
Wait. I do have one good. What? Okay. Who gave us the right? Who gave us permission?
She's showing it to my ear.
You have the mic.
Stunning.
Stunned. Absolutely stunned.